Hey Stingray Band, how are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. I know Mr. Canales and I miss you guys very much. We're anxious to get back to school. We're anxious to get back to band. Unfortunately, this is the situation, and so we're going to make the best of it, and we're going to continue to try to be positive, and we're going to continue to try to learn both on our instruments and music just in general. So I hope everybody has a very open mind as we move forward with our online learning experience. And I wanted to be able to get on video here today to kind of clarify some of the things that are coming up. So first of all, the fundraiser. Okay, if you participated in the fundraiser, thank you very much. We appreciate that. All delivery of all the product is going to be Monday, 3/23. That's tomorrow between 5 and 8 p.m. If you participated in that, you'll need to show up in the bus loop behind the school. We'll bring it out to you, curbside, all that kind of stuff, so we can get it to you and you can get it to your customers. Now, in the case of some of you who might have sold it to some teachers, we'll try to leave those items behind at Vail. And I did make a message out to all of our teachers that they need to show up also, so we could give those items to them at the same time when they do show up. So hopefully that works itself out. Same thing with custodians and bus drivers and all that good stuff. Okay? All right, so very important. Tomorrow, Monday, 3/23, 5 to 8 p.m. Also, if you don't have your instrument for some reason, you absolutely need to have it. I've been sending out emails and communicating in a lot of different ways, social media, remind texts, newsletters. Obviously, it's going to be super important during this time that we're all trying to stay connected in as many ways as possible, because the days of me standing in front of you and talking through your morning announcements before class, we don't know when that's gonna to start back up again. So this is gonna be the digital life. You're gonna find yourself sitting down and being connected to devices a lot more than you have in the past, and that's going to be our primary forms of communication. So we both have to try our hardest to try to connect to each other on a daily basis, so you know what's going on. I will be sending out my newsletters as always to keep you informed, and I'm now putting that information into the Google Classroom. Google Classroom is going to be the primary platform that we're going to use to teach. So everybody needs to have a device, everybody needs to have an internet, and everybody needs to have an instrument for us to move forward. Okay, there's going to be two things that we're going to expect, and this explanation is all in Google Classroom under all our assignments and what online learning is going to look like. But every student's going to be required to do a recording playing test every week, as well as a practice record. And there's explanations in the Google Classroom again as how that's going to look like here. It's not our intention to over inundate our students with a lot of busy work and a lot of things. We understand that this process is going to be different than anything we've ever done in the past, and so there's going to be a learning curve for everybody. And I understand, as a parent myself, and I have young children at home, how I'm going to be working, and as a teacher, trying to teach my students, as well as also having to be a parent and make sure that my students are learning as well. So I understand, parents, what you're going through and how that's going to look like. What your situation is going to be unique and different, and we're going to do our best to just kind of roll with the punches and go with the flow and do what we can do. Obviously, we're in it together, and we want to continue with the students learning as much as we can until all this whole thing kind of blows over. Okay, so super important. Fundraiser tomorrow, 5 to 8 p.m. That's Monday, 3/23, 5 to 8 p.m. As well as if you didn't pick up an instrument, you need to have that. You can pick that up at the same time. Parents, do your best to give your kids a device with internet. It's probably a good idea to set up like a little workstation for them, so every morning they're waking up, they're getting on their devices and they're going through their homework. I'm going to be doing the same thing with my son as well, all three of my sons, so to make sure that they're doing work as well. And I'm going to try a few things throughout this online learning process to kind of see to kind of experiment a little bit. We may experiment with some smart music accompaniments. We may experiment with trying to do different kinds of sectionals where, say, if you know what Google Meet is or Zoom is, we can do some online learning where I'm here at my house and you have your instruments out, and we have say French horns meet at 12 o'clock or saxophones meet at 3 o'clock, and then we can just converse with each other and have you all play and be kind of like a virtual class. That's something that we're open-minded to. So we're going to do our best to kind of get through situation, like I said, as best as we possible. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to open up some doors, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see where this goes. Who knows? This might be part of how education looks like, in the future when all this stuff does blow over. So, anyway, I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't wait to see you all in person. I can't wait to see you all digitally too as well. And hopefully I can see everybody tomorrow at the fundraiser where we pick that up between 5 and 8 p.m. That's one more last plug for that. Okay. Great. So online learning begins tomorrow, 8 a.m. Assignments go out. Please communicate with me via email or Google Classroom, however you want to do it, so that way we can start working together to try to get this learned. All right? Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will start seeing everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye.